there's a thing called the WTA style forehand and the ATP style forehand. What is the difference between the two, and what kind of progressions would you use to get an ATP style forehand?
I take the big difference between the ATP style and WTA style is a lot of in the swing path, meaning that a lot of ladies tend to, the term is break the plane. And so there's this imaginary plane, like almost like a wall here, where you see on the ATP, a lot of guys keep the racket on this side of the plane and swing from this plane. Where you see a lot of the ladies sometimes, what they do is they break the plane and they swing around a lot of times their body. So the swing will generally look like something like this here versus what you see here. And even some of the ladies now, what you start to see is they'll still take the racket maybe here and they don't break the plane as much, but you'll definitely see like in a Djokovic, a Federer, a Sock, everything they're keeping the racket on this side of the plane of their swing. So as far as progressions, a great progression or two progressions is just to keep something kind of like in the line of the plane and making sure that when you swing that you're not hitting the plane, that you're swinging and keeping everything on this side of the plane. So here's my swing. Another progression, using your non-dominant hand and grabbing your wrist to limit how much you can take it back. Now, even with this, you can still maybe break the plane, but the whole idea is not to take the racket way back here and to keep everything on this side of your swing. And so for me, that's the big difference in kind of the ATP type swing where you see everything on this side of the plane, or where you see the ladies start to break the plane and swing around their body.
But yeah, I feel like the ATP style is more about stretching and loading, kind of timing the body and the arm and the hand, whereas WTA is kind of more about size of swing.
Yeah.
A little bit more aggressive swing path in terms of the size of the swing. And so there's a little more volatility with the WTA style. Although you could argue there's a lot of volatility with the ATP style as well, because there's such a timing element to it that the lag and release has to be, executed just right, or else you end up.
Yeah.
I've heard other coaches say that there's people who coach high performance girls are just in a rut with the techniques that they teach. I don't think there's no biomechanical reason, I don't think, why a female can't hit an ATP style forehand.
No, I totally agree. I think you see a lot of the newer juniors coming up starting to hit that way. And it's a lot of it coaching and just mindset about the coach that, which is sad about, oh, well, you're a girl, you hit like this, or you have to hit flatter.
No.
I haven't heard of anything like biomechanically saying that a girl can't hit a heavy ball.
And I know for a fact a guy can hit WTA style forehand. So it's definitely not like locked in. Like, let's be clear about that. If you're a dude, it doesn't mean that you use an ATP style forehand. Like,
yeah.
There's all kind of janky ways to hit a forehand if you're a guy. Like, it doesn't automatically mean you've got a better.
It's not gender specific. It's like,
No.
Oh, you're a guy, so you automatically.
Right. No.
Technically,
at the professional level,
yeah.
it's pretty clean cut. But yeah, the theories I've heard on that are mainly due to developmental coaching attitudes.
Yeah.